Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next quarterfinal match of the PA Collegiate Speed Chess Championship. My name is Jeffrey Cornell. I'm from Temple University, and here we have our co-commentator, Matthew, if you may.
Hey guys, I'm going to be I'm co-commentating I'm a national master from Eastern Pennsylvania, and I'm co-commentating with Jeffrey here on the Allen versus national master Michael Romero match. Would you like to continue, Jeff?
Sure. Here we've already jumped into the game. Both players are moving pretty quickly. Right now, it appears that White has like a Catalan almost position, and Black has adopted like almost like a semi-slot position, except where they just took on c4 with the d pawn somewhat early. Though I will say it does look pleasant for White.
Yeah, this looks very nice for White. I mean, they have the full center, and Black's bishop on b7 is blocked by his pawn, so they have some problems to solve. Actually, taking with pawn here is interesting too. After knight d7, you just actually, I don't know. Maybe he will take with a bishop. Looks something.
Yeah. Or if you do take with a pawn and then knight d7, maybe bishop e3 and then try to go for f4.
Yeah, that's also an option. Yeah, this is very pleasant either way.
Although I do wonder if there was anything better than knight e5, because like, I mean, White does have much more space.
Yeah, they have a lot more spacing. Generally trading off pieces will alleviate things for the defending side. Gives them more space for the remaining pieces.
Okay, and we see Michael go for the bishop trade. Black played knight d7 anyways. Okay, bishop g5 is definitely one idea. Although I do think a c5 immediately probably wouldn't be too far out of the question. Would not have been too far out of the question.
Yeah, I mean their bishop is still bad in this position, so I would still greatly prefer White. I think e5 knight e4 is a pretty strong plan here.
Yeah. Free real estate.
Michael is using quite a bit of time here in the first game, but yeah, they do have lots of time.
Okay.
It was a very mysterious move. It might give him time for c5, yeah.
Maybe d5, I think, and then pawn takes, knight takes.
Yeah, it still looks very nice for White, but Black should be able to control the d6 square at the end after maybe knight f6 and rook d8.
Okay, Michael took with the d pawn.
So he does go for knight f6, which is what I was thinking.
Although, I don't know, the engine didn't approve of it, but I don't know what it exactly.
I wasn't sure what was the solution in that case.
I was thinking maybe queen e3 and just anyways, and
yeah, maybe because the knight was blockading. That's okay. Yeah, interesting. Looking for a queen trade. I'm trying to activate the rook. Yeah, very possibly.
Yeah. Okay, queen d7.
Still finding a path forward is not that easy.
Yeah.
I
can definitely say, as someone who's played the black side of this, I've probably swindled a few players in time pressure with doing stuff that doesn't necessarily blunder a piece, but forces the side pressing to make a massive time investment and try to find something.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the pawn on b6 is a strength or a weakness. I kind of think at this point it's a weakness. I don't like d7 is well covered, and yeah, they can. I feel like the knight on c3 isn't going anywhere. So
okay, maybe rook e6, rook over to rook cd1, maybe rook to d7. I think.
Yeah, rook to d7, and then you bring your king over, I guess.
Maybe I feel like maybe rook d7 first and fix the pawn before you bring the king over.
Okay, that's an interesting idea by black here. So if d7, the knight back to d7, and now the knight's not going to be able to cover the pawn d7 so easily if the pawn goes to d7.
Okay, let's see. Does knight b? Yeah, I was thinking knight b.
Knight d5, maybe knight c7.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if there's. It was safer. No, like
Yeah.
yeah, I think this might have been forced, though it is a bit ugly. Knight c7, and then oh,
You take on d6. At the very end, you're taking on a6, so I guess this is going to be fine for both sides.
yep. Yeah, I guess the rook trade is probably forced, and then knight takes a6.
Mhm.
See,
So this looks. We're probably going to have a draw on the first game, but
yeah,
maybe White's king maybe is a little bit more active here, so I might choose white a little bit. Maybe there's this idea of adding your king to the queen side.
okay, knight c7, covering e6 and d5.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think white can just. I think black just doesn't need to touch anything. Just start moving. Oh, that one I wasn't expecting because now maybe there's the idea of going b3 and a4 eventually.
Or
Yeah, black can play for c4 too.
or maybe like knight, maybe knight a6 or something, or that might trap the knight eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Let's see here.
Like the queen side pawns are a little bit more accessible for white's king than possibly than it is for black if a4.
Yeah.
Let's say we'll play a4 and get a pass pawn. Let's say a4 maybe is met by c4 though if you go a4 too soon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Knight a6, knight b7, and then probably king e4, and then maybe an a4. So that at least the king will be within the square of the pawn if it lands in like.
Yeah, knight b7 looks quite safe. c4, is there anything wrong with that? To me, it looks a little bit more natural.
I'm just worried that maybe that king that last king is not close enough to the pawn.
Yeah, possibly. I was thinking after like c4 pawn takes, knight takes. I thought that's still going to be fun for black. And now maybe there's king e4. With Eddie going king d5. Okay, so Michael goes for something else.
Yeah, probably just go back. Now is it just like a slow maybe White's just trying to see if Black's gone on autopilot quite yet, or is it just like okay, he's committed to destruction.
If they turn off the knights, it should be a pretty simple draw.
Okay. I guess it's the big knight a4. Is it two offsides, I guess?
A4 looks fine too. Knight a4, maybe there's king d5, king d4 is an idea. I guess you have king e3, but then there's c4. I don't know.
Okay. Knight a4, king d5, king e3. If knight f5 check, king king e3, king e3, knight f5 check, king d3, and then you split up knight b6, knight c4 stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe.
I called some of that. But okay. Anyway, he plays king d5.
I think knight b6 check is probably forced.
Really? I think it's forced.
Maybe not forced, but at least it would be like the really.
Yeah, it would definitely. Would it be the cleanest? Like if they trade knights, the king lands on c4. I don't think that's so simple. I think taking on c4 is simpler.
Yeah, but also like Michael has very little time, so he might have to bail out.
Oh, is he after your cousin? That's funny. Did he say he was your cousin, or did I hear that correctly? Or oh, sorry. What were you saying about?
Saying that Michael's low on time right now.
Oh, Michael's low on time. Okay.
And okay, Andrew did not like knight f8 for whatever.
No. Looks very natural. I definitely don't blame him for that move.
Yeah, same here.
Maybe knight b5, knight c3, knight a2 was the idea. That could have been stronger, and then you're able to. But anyway, knight takes h7. Is there a way to?
See,
White is up a pawn here.
king d, maybe king d5 first.
King d5. A move like knight e4 is always playable, but what does it accomplish? I don't see where it's going from there.
Yeah.
He does play it.
We just played it anyways. Oh, fancy.
Takes, then c2, and c1 is inevitable, so he's definitely not going to do that. He plays king d3, very natural.
Yeah, maybe knight f2, knight g4 stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then and then always knight e3 in the works. Maybe king d6 first, maybe.
Yeah, king d6 just to stop any knight e6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, king d5 is similar, but maybe now I have the d7 square.
Oh.
a3.
Oh, knight e3. Yeah, now. Oh yeah. Yep. Take the pawn. Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Covering the b2 and b1 squares. And that'll be
Game, set, and match probably.
well, just a game, yeah. Oh, nice comeback from a worse position there from Alan.
Okay, the beginning. Oh, he's gonna QG Vienna again. I actually played him last year in the third place match, and we had a game like this where I actually saw your online game versus Michael and with the E4 instead of E3.
Oh, I actually had a game. Okay, I have no memory of that game. I'm not usually a D4 player, but yeah, we've played a lot, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it was
D4 lines are very sharp.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I saw that he played the bishop before line, so I was just like following that. I saw it following your game because you were actually following correspondence theory.
Oh, that's really funny.
And then I just slightly improved it, but I still messed up it. But unfortunately, the defense was like almost like engine-like to the point like it was going to be pretty hard to find it. Then I just somehow won the half-assed conversion.
Oh, very nice.
But
yeah, I used to play the Vienna a little bit myself in correspondence chess. So maybe that's why I know the E4 line a little bit. Yeah. This looks very nice for black in a practical sense. I really like the knight on d3. How do you cover that pawn? Do you play b5 here, and if pawn takes, bishop takes? That looks good to me.
And then pawn takes, bishop takes, and then maybe bishop a4, I guess.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah, maybe just move the rook.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I'm not sure what else you're supposed to do here to try to hold on to the pawn. Maybe bishop e6, but that feels a little loose, but maybe you can do it.
Bishop b6. Is there? Does b3 quite work? At least on the
bishop a4 is probably going to be played. Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe you just play a simple move like rook to
rook b8 or something. I guess.
Yeah, rook b8. I was thinking, yeah. Just to make sure b5 is covered. Okay, so he moves it to c8.
Wait, does knight take c4 technically? Okay,
yeah, I didn't. I was trying to calculate that also because the bishop's always pinned.
Yeah.
And d3 is loose.
Yeah. Oh wait, knight. Wait,
knight takes c1, but then they're protected by the rook, so maybe that would have worked.
Wait, hold on, wait. Knight takes
pretty interesting tactics there. I've seen a position with a crosspin with the bishops. It's very confusing. One of these positions where you can respond to a check with a check, just like in the movies. So what are we looking at here? What would you consider here with black? Moves. It's not very easy, is it?
Yeah.
Knight e5 feels wrong. Like generally, when your pieces are in good squares, you don't want to. To retreat them. That's for sure.
Pawn takes, knight takes. Uh, did you just trade minor pieces and rook a8 check, and then bishop b7 or something?
Yeah, but he took in the wrong order. He should take on c4 first, surely.
Yeah.
Then, like at the very end, you rook a8. And how are you going to get the bishop and rook into the game? It's not so clear. Now, black at least has a pass pawn and out. Maybe they have time to develop the bishop and castle if they wish. Or at least connect the rooks much easier now.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. After knight takes c4, knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes check, pawn takes back, rook a8 check, king d7, and then maybe rook d1 check or something before
Yeah.
the bishop a3.
Okay.
So there's no like rook c7, rook back to like c8 defense or something like that.
Okay.
That's maybe.
Yeah, here I would definitely say white. I was gonna say white's definitely a bit for choice. Is c3 playable, or is there? I think there's an issue. There's an issue, right? Can you just take?
Or maybe.
I think he can. You can take on c3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Or then you have rook a8, and you were gonna end up with like a 4 versus 3 ending, which should be a draw with correct play, but.
Yeah, and especially with the neither side committed any pawns for super high up the board the board. So
yeah, the general setup for black is to set up pawns with like h5, g6,
f7,
7, and it's hard for white to do too much. Although actually I practiced this against the computer and it did find like interesting ways of trying to get the king in, which I hadn't really seen before. But yeah, in practice, it's very, very tricky to do anything.
I've seen people like try to like g4 as the opposing side to try to break up the like split like f and h.
Okay.
Not sure if it. I mean, not sure if it works. It's probably not gonna work in this case because
Right.
like neither side is committed super high. Okay, maybe h5, but like I'm not sure necessarily like they're gonna do some. Okay, maybe. Okay, this is just making black's defensive attacks seems a little bit easier now, I guess. Although I just have to be aware of the rooks around. Okay, can't do king g7.
Yeah, it's tricky to want to fall into because there's rook takes f6.
Yep.
And bishop c3. And rook b3, there is a king c2.
Or honestly, even just king bishop c3 if you want to.
Yeah, so Michael is starting to get a little bit low on time. I wouldn't feel that comfortable playing this with black, with this low on the clock. So what trades does black want? I guess black is pretty happy with any trade in this position, which is kind of nice.
I think white has to probably play f4 or something, I guess.
Yeah, I think playing for f4 and then f5. Or do you want to play for e4, e5, and eventually... I don't know.
But you do have to be aware, like which pawn is going to be under threat by the rook.
That's true. I like rook d7. Not obvious where the bishop wants to go for white.
Let's see. Okay.
So
Okay, yeah, I was thinking bishop b4, but I wasn't sure what the follow-up would be. Was it just like a?
yeah, if he just attacks the bishop, like what he's doing, it's.
Is there anything like?
So I suspect he's trying to just run him. Well, obviously he's trying to run him low on time and not commit anything, and then eventually he will commit.
Yeah, f5. Okay, yeah, I feel like this might have just thrown away the whatever the plus the engine found. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just.
I'm not sure if there was anything real though. Like you're either going to go for e4, e5 or f5.
Yeah,
I don't
or at
think
least
either one is.
or at least nothing that anyone could anyone could find in blitz at least.
Okay, rook c1 was a really good move because
Yeah.
now it's going to be hard. Like if the rooks come off. The one idea that I can see is maybe you bring your king up to d5 and then you're threatening to take on f7. I don't really see any other idea. Or is bishop f8? It's not possible.
Let's see. Maybe e4.
e4. What's the idea of e4?
Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. I just thought I had like some like bishop.
Really threatening anything, I don't think. Okay, e4 might try to lure in like a move like bishop d4.
Yeah. So, or at least like you can, at least your bishop can now go to e3 if white doesn't do bishop d4, for example.
Okay, but this is going to surely be a draw.
Yeah. Okay.
e7 is a strange choice, but it's fine.
I mean, oh yeah, e7 just like.
Yeah, you could just go back to e7 too, but why? He can just stick his king on e8 and nothing's gonna happen until the end of time.
Yeah.
I didn't like that retreat. I thought running the king to d5.
Whoa.
Here?
Uh,
Oh, because e6. What is he doing? Oh, you have to get your king to e8. Oh my gosh, he's just gonna win. Yeah, Michael just didn't appreciate that fact, I guess. Yeah, the king really needed to get to. Yeah, now what?
okay.
What is the win exactly, though?
Okay.
It's not any of the pawn pushes immediately, unless
Oh,
six.
F6.
Oh, and then e6.
Oh,
Yeah, you take on.
that's nice.
Very, very nice. Nice conversion. Yeah, he needed to get the king to the e8 square. So even with such a limited number of pawns, yeah, that was very instructive. Nice endgame. Nice endgame wins we're seeing so far.
Yes.
That's not exactly what I expected.
Okay.
A match and such fast time controls, but yeah, we have two very evenly matched players. Ooh, this was a sharp line though.
Okay, b5 early is does not seem right. I feel like there was something wrong with that, but I don't.
Yeah, I used to play the Najdorf myself, and I recall always the knight being on d7, like in the 3-piece system, the knights are usually on d7.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a chance of playing an early e5 or something.
Yeah, e5, bishop b7, and then.
Anyway, we're moving ahead, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, we go check after the time control ends. Doing a break, I guess. Okay, rook g1. Okay, probably idea is just to take on 6 and then g5, something of that sort.
Yeah, it's a slightly mysterious move to me. I thought like you just start pushing with your pawns, and I'm not sure where your rook belongs. Like maybe on e1, it would make a little bit more sense to me. But there's nothing wrong with rook g1.
I mean, I guess last king was probably just in a castle, or like stay in the center. Or it's just a matter of.
Well, there might be some h6 g5. I think keeping the king in the center and playing h6 g5 is just the safest way. Like it's very practical because if the pawn ever leaves f4, you have this knight e5 and g4 might come. They're attacking like your king's actually very safe in the center. In the Najdorf, well, not always. If there's some knight d5 business, but in this position, because yeah, now actually the rook might come to h2 at some moment. Yeah, so black kind of have everything they want here. Maybe now they just go g6 and well, g6 because otherwise white will play g6 and knight e6.
Oh yeah.
So g6 looks very safe to me.
Yeah, it's probably the safe. Yeah, it's definitely the safest by far. Because I don't think anyone's gonna play like king e7 or anything of that sort.
Yeah, that would be a funny approach. Yeah, now e6. That doesn't threaten anything, does it?
Not really. Because bishop b5 check always exists, anyways.
Very good. Yeah, Michael sees it. He will find these tactics. He's very very opportunistic player, as we all are, as masters, I guess, or not even. Well, yeah, nice. That's a nice move.
see. Okay. Wonder what the move is here because knight takes g6 probably runs in the yeah.
Pawn to knight d6 is not a happy decision, but I guess they're
Whoa. Okay. I think knight takes c6 was complete. I mean, pawn takes was fine, but I don't know what. I feel like a black should not have tried to defend that pawn again. Honestly,
okay.
because it's probably just going to be lost anyways, or it's going to make it worse.
I don't know. I think king f7 makes sense. Like, why give them the free pawn after the knight will be very well placed on g5, I think, and he just plays knight f4. Okay, so he just wants to attack g6. Makes sense.
Then I'm not sure. Okay, rook h6 looks miserable. Like,
maybe just play like rook f1 at some point.
Yeah.
And that's the where it wants to go. Okay, so you played h4.
But that's actually nice. If let's say I don't know, what does black could do?
Maybe he wants queen h3 with the idea of playing queen e6 or something to e6. Yeah, probably queen e6 and rook f1.
Yeah.
Put the king in a box.
Maybe even that or like rook f1, and if like king runs to g8, maybe there might be h5.
Oh, that's very nice too. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. I like that. That's probably his main idea, in fact. Just his rook and queen have a nice battery, and h5 he can't take because g7 falls, and if he plays g5, you just take it. Otherwise, he'd just take on. This looks a bit too tough to.
This might be a bit premature. I was thinking maybe rook f8 first. Okay, you have to sack.
You're gonna have to give up the pawn, yeah. So which way do you take here? Or do you not take anything? Just play like
96
f1 and 96.
Maybe.
What does 96 do? You play like rook f6.
Okay, or
6 on e6 with a knight. I think that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. Okay. Probably. Okay. Pawn.
Yeah, you always have bishop c4, and the question is when you want to insert it. I think you just take back first.
Yeah, because there might be just d5.
Whoa, that's really fancy, and I don't quite get it, but
I mean,
obviously you can't take with a knight, so you just play pawn takes pawn. I guess this he wants to play bishop c4 check and then take on. So it's kind of he really wanted to get in bishop c4. That makes sense. I like it. Because then all you need to do is remove the rook from h8. Sorry, from h6. And but playing rook h1 is not going to be possible at the moment. That's a strange move. Maybe you wanted to take on g6 with a bishop, and then like there's always discovered threats on g7. Yeah, so now the rook is just terrible on h6. Yeah, this looks pretty gone. Like queen b3. Actually don't quite see queen b3. There might be some back rank issue like king h8. There might be some queen e6 or something. Because if that, but there that doesn't work because the
anyway. Okay. Queen f6 is probably forced, right?
Queen f6 looks forced to me. I don't think there's any other move. Or how else are you know? You can play like queen c7, I guess, but maybe there's some rook d8 or something.
Or even just straight.
It's gonna be rook d8 anyway. Yeah, I think it's just over.
Or even just straight rook d7, probably.
Yeah, rook d8. But then there's king f7.
Is there just rook d6 here?
Yeah, rook d6 is rook d6, queen. But you don't have anywhere to go because you just take on h6 and it's pinned. So. Yeah, rook d6 or rook d8 both look good enough to me. Well, you win the bishop on b7.
Oh yeah. Okay.
followed by taking on g7.
Okay, maybe instead rook d7 check, maybe just bishop g6 first, and then swing over to b3 with the queen.
You do have to watch out for your back rank, right? Because if you play rook
Yeah.
d6, sorry, bishop g6 now, there's rook f1, and
Oh, yeah, that's true.
you have to play rook d1 in that case to not get mated. So there's always little tricks.
Mhm.
Well,
See.
the back rank issue.
Uh,
Yeah, this was not the cleanest way. I was wondering about even moves like queen b3 in the last.
or maybe queen e3, or that might run into rook d4 or something.
Okay.
Or,
I like bishop b3. This is an excellent tractable move because you're covering f1, you're hitting g7, you're hitting b7, and you're not going to be able to solve all those problems at once.
definitely not.
This was really good. This is why it's nice to have some time to think when you need it. All right, so rook takes g7. But I have to give Alan a lot of credit. He's been hanging in from
and
a very difficult position in two of the games.
Yeah, and I think him and I are about the same USCF rating, give or take.
Oh, okay.
He's like 1950 USF, I think, last time I checked.
Okay, maybe he's a little bit underrated then. 24.9 blitz is very good. And he's so far up 2-0. So good job to him. Yeah, university kids are very dangerous players, of course. That's for sure. Okay, so e4. Why not just bishop c4? And we have, okay, so he's just going to threaten. All right, so why can't he take the bishop here?
So just queen c8 check anyways.
Bishop e8, and then we go rook to e8. Sorry, rook to g8, and we'll win the bishop back. So again, Alan's putting up very nice resistance here.
Okay, so
the queen e3, I thought that was the most practical because there's at least nothing is hanging. So I'm gonna go queen a7, bishop c4. Strangely, I don't quite see the mate, but he's fine with, yeah, and queen c5 or queen d4. Okay, queen d4 is mate. That's a cute mate. So we have another Sicilian here. Here comes the 4 knights, which Michael's been playing a lot of. Well, it would be 4 knights. But white played bishop d3 here. Oh no!
Yeah, I was in a chat. I had to ban that one ban evader probably.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw your message.
Thanks for taking care of it, I guess. I'm not seeing the chat. So.
Oh yeah, I just saw Ethan's message, who was also an NM, saying that yeah, I think white should play e5 and then queen g3 on the early b5 or something.
Okay. e5 queen g3. Ethan Sheehan or someone?
Ethan Gu, I believe he's from Westchester County. I think same high school as Will Greif.
Very nice. Cool. Well, welcome to all viewers. Hope they're having a good time. And in this game, wait, isn't black just completely winning here? Because you're either going to win the bishop or queen c5 check. We'll pick up the queen. Queen a4 is always met by bishop c6.
Yeah. Ooh, that's.
And this is all he wrote.
Doesn't
move here? You move the queen, you lose the bishop. You move the bishop. Oh, that's a nice one. But do we have queen c5 here? Oh, bishop c5. Oh yeah. Bishop c5 is important. Yeah, because now after king h1, you take on d3 and now f1 sending. Very, very nice.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't.
Let's say, okay, so he's just gonna play this out. It makes sense. Can always resign later.
Yeah, might as well just not like get too tilted and just like go down like even more games than he would be
Yeah,
if
you
he.
might as well play out a few moves until the pieces, you
Yeah.
run out of play.
Yeah, yeah, it might run played out until it gets down like single non-pawn piece on black side versus pawns and king.
I don't know what their other quick, like I don't know how good they are at 1-1 or 3-1, but
Uh,
who
think
that would favor.
I think Michael's played Tau Tuesday, correct?
Well, he's played it before, I'm sure, but yeah, he probably has more experience at 3-minute chess.
Yeah.
But at 1 minute, I don't know.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
is 1 second increment. It's hard to compare because you're not going to flag people so easily.
Yeah,
It was a bit. Oh, yeah, okay, we're up a piece. It doesn't really matter. This is
yeah,
pretty reasonable at this point, but it's okay.
yeah, especially with 1 second increment. Like I remember hearing last year, like Mitch Fishbein won the event, and he was playing on a trackpad. Like,
Oh, very nice.
that's very impressive.
Some people kind of get used to it, but yeah, it's definitely, it can be comfortable, but not ideal. Okay, so
Okay, I see a wild Chris Gianaris in the chat.
hello, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Is he still in the tournament, or was he
His match is I think in 2 weekends from now or so.
2 weekends from now?
He plays one guy this guy who's like 2600 blitz, but he's like about my rating USCF.
Corey Ives or somebody
Yep,
else?
yeah, Corey Ives, yep, from Michigan, state of Michigan.
Very cool.
I don't know. Though I would have liked to see like also like Pitt as an NM, good old might be a bit of a throwback, Justin Liang.
Oh, Justin Liang, yeah, I know him.
Yeah, Agent JL or
yes. Oh, is he in the chat or?
no, I was just because I saw that he agent goes to Pitt.
Oh, he goes to Pitt. Okay, I was not aware of that. Yeah, I thought because he's also from Michigan, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I believe Agent is from like the Detroit area, and I don't know about Corey though, but
yeah, you seem to know all the details. Yeah.
Because I saw I remember playing him in the chess.com blitz pool a while back, but like a couple times, but like
yeah, I've played Agent in the Blitz and Bullet. He's pretty fast. And he's obviously a very good player too as a national master. Okay, so in this position, the pawn is way too strong. It's going to touch down, and there is no catching it at this point. The bishop covers all the squares the knight can go to. So the octopus in the center, that knight can hit 8 squares, but the bishop's controlling a lot of the white squares. So it's not getting any closer, and the pawn is going to queen. And the match will be tied. Unless you blunder your queen, which would be very sad. But it's been known to happen.
Yeah. And we have about 7 minutes left on the mat on the first time, the clock for the first time control.
Okay.
So there, and okay, this is pretty elementary mate.
Yeah, there's no stalemates either with the pawn on h2.
Okay, this is some king d2. Okay, king d2. Okay, this king is slippery.
He found mate.
Okay, until now.
Maybe it's a little tilted. I don't know. I guess he was up 2-0 before. And now it's going to be 2-2. Okay. We're going to have a nice match.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, he was just trying to see if black pre-moved one way, I guess.
It wouldn't have mattered, but yeah.
Oh, e4 b6. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, this is not a very good opening. I know this because I played this myself, and Matthew Gross actually has a nice restudy on lead chess, which you can check out, showing his refutation of the line. It has to do with something with quick a4, a5.
Oh yeah.
We got a hippopotamus here, which I think Mike will be very, very happy to have. Okay, f5 is a little bit, it feels like a tilt move. I think
Yeah.
even knight g5 was really, like, instead of taking f5, knight g5, I don't think he can cover e6. Oh, maybe he has like king f6. Oh, no, he doesn't have king f6. That would have been really good. But now, at least, knight g5, he can play some d7. So he's playing this positionally. It's just saying.
Okay, I feel like this was not the right idea or
Oh,
something.
definitely not for, like, White had a lot more than this. I guess White's just happy to have a slight plus. That's what we've seen before. Alan's been defending those positions quite well, where he's just a little bit worse. But here I think it's okay, so he's not going to even play knight g5. Okay, knight g5, like, and rook e1. I guess it would have been, okay. We just want rook e1. So yeah, but the ace is a weakness, but you usually need two weaknesses to win a game of chess. Yeah, I guess it's just a simple plan of just doubling on the e file. Yeah, there was definitely a chance to knock him out before we got a position like this. You have a lot of time. Like, he has 4 minutes. You could have spent like a good 10, 15 seconds to find something a little bit more immediate. I don't know what you do in this position, though. It's a good question. Like, I don't see a move here.
Yeah, that pawn seems to be falling.
Maybe you just play something like king h8 or something.
Is there like h6 maybe?
h6, you just take on e6, and then you're going to take on f8 next, because if he takes on e2, you take on d7.
And then I was thinking taking the rook at the very end, the check, and then take back with the knight. I don't know. I mean, it's game.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, e5 was played. That's an interesting try. So if takes, and now if you take on e5, what's the point? Maybe there's some knight d4 or something like that. That's actually would be an interesting. You take on d7 and you take on e2. And then d7 falls at the end, something like this. I can't count. Your rook d1,
natural.
natural. Maybe he has knight d4 though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no, because he has knight e6 here. Yeah, it's just over.
yeah,
Not a good blunder. Yeah, they're both playing a little bit too fast now.
yeah.
Although, what's the knockout? Or do you need one? I guess yeah, this is clean enough. I thought after trace on e1 and you don't have time to play c5. But
Okay.
c5 is coming anyway, so I wouldn't say it's completely over.
Okay, there's just c5. Okay, c5.
Yeah, f4 you have a 3 versus 2 here, and I guess white just has it very easy. And I actually don't see what black does.
h3, h5,
h3, h5,
and then rook e1.
Right. And you can always play king e3 after d3. Okay, knight g4. Maybe you should have started with h3. Okay, that was
it just h3. Like again, if knight h2, g3. This is just a sack the rook. You're up the pawn.
Are we up a pawn as well? I didn't.
I mean, if you sack the rook.
Are we sack the rook? Will be up a pawn? Yeah, I don't know. It'll be very simple. Yeah, because it's 3 versus 3 on the. Yeah, you just sack here. That's by far the simplest.
Yeah,
he can sack it whenever he wants, but that's gonna, yeah. You just take 3 versus 2. Your king gets to e4. Yeah, this is over.
Yeah, I mean,
although this time control will be. How much time do we have in the time control?
just under a minute 30. So
under a minute 30. This will be pretty close, but given
okay, or honestly, black had to like stall out the time.
Yeah, they can decide whether they want another game or not. With the momentum being in Michael's favor. Yeah, Michael's also playing this a little bit slow. Like here, you just run your like. There's no way for the king to get in.
Yeah. Okay. Or a4 with the idea of a5. Still valid.
Yeah, you can just zugzwang him here. Like a4 is a very clean approach too.
See,
Yeah, now you go f5 and
yeah, yep, just play f5, or yeah, or yeah, yep,
everything wins.
and everything. Yep.
3 pass pawns. I think white can complete this. I have
Before, yeah, e5, yep.
Don't steal me, yeah. So if you play like king a4.
Yeah, okay. I feel like black should probably stall with, honestly, even if it's not exactly the best.
Yeah, I mean Michael's on a good run at the moment, so probably just wait out the time control and then
Yep.
maybe to make it a little bit more interesting, they should have like in soccer when the ball's out of play, you can add injury times to discourage stalling, but that would be kind of a subjective judgment. But for situations like this, it's like okay, we could just like pause the match clock or something.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And that should end the first time control.
Mm-hmm. Do they get a break or do they start immediately?
I believe Nate will tell them about the clock ending and then ask if they want to take a break.
Okay.
So probably just waiting on him.
Sounds good. So yeah, very interesting first. So it's 3-2.
Yep. Yeah, 3-2 in favor of Michael.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I see that they start a new game. All right.
Mm-hmm. Are we getting the QGD Vienna again?
Yeah, we're getting this again. I wonder if it'll probably new line.
I guess not. I mean, I think this opening is probably fine against Allen because Allen's been switching up his openings, but I don't think he's like for example like prepped any particular openings against Michael necessarily. I guess.
I feel like most everybody locally plays 1e4, so I'm not so familiar with Michael's black openings. I know he's played the Queen's Gambit decline for a very long time, but I wasn't sure what variation he would choose. But yeah, the Vienna he has played. I was aware.
I would probably need to check my games from the last PA Collegiate Visa Championship, but I know like after that one game in the Vienna, I think he just ditched it altogether and just played it all like ultra solid.
Yeah, he can play a couple different things. He likes playing structurally solid positions.
Yeah, that's what I've also noticed. Like he was mostly like E4, E5, or like QDD stuff. And
he also plays Sicilian, but he plays in a very solid way. Like this 4 knights, like he doesn't have long-term weaknesses. He doesn't play like this D6, E5 structure. As you see in other Sicilians. All right, so here, white has a very nice ending. Some nice pieces, but black's a little bit underdeveloped, and I don't really see how you're going to get rid of the C7 knight in a very convenient way. If bishop E6, there's like knight C7. So what good waiting? Maybe rook B8 or something like that. The idea of maybe you can go for B5, white can go for A5.
Okay. White needs to tread a little bit carefully because of the king on C3, but
yeah, there might be some rook C8. Probably rook C8 coming now.
Okay. Still have to be careful because of like the piece placement with let's say if the king goes to B3 and there's like rook
what's wrong with B5 with that idea going knight E7? There must be a trick.
Oh, okay. I think it's knight A5, right?
Yeah, knight A5, and he wins C4. Yeah, knight A5 just wins. Or no, it doesn't, because F5 falls, but the king's going to be exposed. So yeah, you can play knight A5 here, just directly. Knight E7, you go king H8. You take on F5, you take on C4. If you take on C8, you just recapture. Okay, yeah, he finds it.
Knight A5, knight B6, and then
you can take on C4 anyway, right?
Or knight A5, knight B6, and then maybe bishop E6. Because perhaps.
That works too, but you can also just take on C4 directly. I don't know. Either way works. If you take on C8, you just take back on the knight on C4 is protected. But yeah, bishop E6 looks very strong as well. And then you can take on C4 with bishop E6 might be super precise because then if you can take on C4 with the rook, that would be maybe more ideal than leading with the knight. Okay.
I was going for this version. Okay, probably just take the bishop, honestly.
Yeah.
Accept it, just accept it. This seems questionable.
Ooh, that's fancy.
I mean, the king's gonna get boxed in the corner, I think. Is
Could
it
be
just
box in the corner, but it could be well placed. Who knows?
I don't know if I like this version necessarily. Is there just
So just
yeah, I think
C4.
okay, king a5. Oh, I did not like this version. Oh,
Yeah, he's just
uh,
gonna take on A6 next.
oh wait, oh wait, okay, is this knight almost trapped?
It feels like it. Like practically speaking, I kind of like this from Michael, but I don't know. There might actually be some back rank issue for black, I guess. Rook
Um,
C1 was very nice. I like that move.
okay, is there just okay? Does rook e8 work?
So I guess the issue is you're going to take on A6 and B7,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and then the knight can come out to C6 in the worst case. Or if you take on A6, you take back, then you have the C6 square. So yeah, Rook C1 is very strong. I couldn't quite figure out the solution myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Rook G4. Maybe just want to play a move like F3 or something. I don't know. I guess we'll take on G2 then. It's still not easy.
Yeah, I think at least when I had my match against Michael, at least, he definitely could play well, but I think he was definitely running into high pressure because I guess he at least
Yeah,
back.
my controls, he very rarely gets into time pressure. So in a time scramble, he does seem to make a lot of mistakes. I've noticed. Oh, he just hung the bishop. You can't, you cannot hang pieces like that. That's unfortunate. Rook A2, I guess it could. Yeah, Rook A4 doesn't really do anything. It's just up a clean piece. You just need to attack the white pawns. Yeah, but white's up a minute as well. It's not going to end well for black. Well, pinning yourself's a little bit strange. Okay, but the B pawn's going to be way too strong. Knight C3. You could also play for mate with like knight E4 and knight G5. Okay, just resigned, which is fair because the rook takes D5 and H5 is losing. All right, so tied match again. Bishop G5, Najdorf. I wasn't really expecting this from Michael. I was expecting more like English opening. Maybe we'll see that later in the match. Again. Okay, so this is well-known theory. I know Michael's had this many times in practice games, and I think over the board as well.
Again, okay.
Castle's the move? I don't think Castle's is a move in that position. This looks very, very risky.
I think it is possible, but yeah, I'm used to like let's say Bishop takes G5.
Okay,
But
yeah, Bishop G5 is one move, and I think there were a few maybe moves like knight E5 followed by something else. I don't know. But
I think it is possible. It's just like I don't remember the stuff. But I guess Black
right.
did not want to run to like Bishop G5, King B1, and then if Castle's a Queen H5.
Okay.
So, I guess maybe he's aware of it, or he just didn't want to take.
Yeah, he just wanted to get out of theory, but yeah, if you're thinking at this point, it's not. It doesn't inspire confidence in Black's position. Yeah, F6 and there's a lot of things to be scared of here. Okay, start with B4. Just play knight E2.
Yeah, 92. I think
Knight D5 looks entertaining. If it was, like a random 3-0 game, that would be a lot of fun to me. With the idea of like you take and if he takes, you take back and play bishop on D3 or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably too much. He's just gonna play knight E2. don't think it makes much sense to allow white to block to take on c3. Okay, so e5.
Yeah, probably just knight b3. I think it's.
The knight doesn't feel very good there. You can also, yeah, f6 I like a lot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, f6 and you get the square on f5. It's like a kind of, yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can always do 95 if needed. Yep.
Okay, so now maybe queen g3.
Oh yeah, I think both sides might have actually stumbled into the main line.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think they have, because I did remember looking at something similar to this.
Maybe like queen h5. Okay, I don't know this exact position. Yeah, the knight's very good on e5, but I found this easier for, so just play queen g3. Now you just go h4, h5, and I guess black can play for like a5, a4, a3 or something, or a5, a4, and b3. Both sides pushing their pawns. That looks very possible. Oh, so it just goes for the bishop trade.
Mhm.
I guess yeah.
Yeah, maybe just wants to put a knight on d5 eventually, and just like or f5 and just
Right.
make
You can just trade on h3 and go g6, and I think I prefer the black knight to the white knight. At least to me that looks like a pretty simple solution. So you just take on, oh, he just plays that. I don't like that because now you can place like knight f5 and then the two pawns are very dangerous.
yeah.
He takes, which I think he has to. Although it would be very weird to have the bishop, or yeah, I think he has other options too. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to play out knight f5 and f6. I probably will want to do that every move now. Yeah, Michael's who's looking for a plan. I guess both sides are. But yeah, I think it's easier.
Mhm.
So if it was black, I'd be considering playing g6 because I don't want knight f5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but black, I mean, white's not playing knight f5. I would just start pushing the pawns. I like what black's doing here.
Mhm. Yeah, might as well get something because white's thing is going to be also like not 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 that much faster.
Yeah, Michael needs got something going on the king side because white's just going to. Okay, so he plays bishop f5. That makes sense. That you going h4, h5. That's good.
If like just g6, right?
What's wrong with yeah h4? Just keep going.
Uh,
Yeah, g6. That's fine. I don't think it was necessary though. I don't know.
fair, fair.
Because if you play g6, okay, it forces the bishop to make a decision. Like you can go, yeah. Nice thing about g6, yeah, if you take on if white ever takes on e6, the knight no longer go to f5. So there
Mhm.
was some merit to that for sure. Okay, starting checkmate in one.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I think you kind of have to.
Now you're gonna definitely play d6, the move that was reasonable anyway. And yeah, so just so do you actually just play b3 here, or do you I mean, rook f6 is coming. I almost just want to play.
Um. Uh,
Uh-oh, that's a blunder.
that-
Michael,
oh no.
you gotta see what your opponent's doing.
Knight.
Oh, he blundered everything.
Oh no.
I'm a
That's.
little bit surprised, but okay. At least we have many more games to go. He
Are
will
we getting?
have trouble.
Are we getting another Vienna, or are we getting the traditional QGD?
I'm guessing he might get a. Oh, he played b3, so we will
Oh,
never know.
Kali Zukator, I guess.
I guess so.
Probably E3,
So
bishop
it's going to be a
E3.
very symmetrical position, probably. Okay, so there's a bishop on e2 and a bishop on d6. That's the huge imbalance we have. Now, if he plays rook e8, we can continue this copycat. But yeah, he's just going to go c5.
Honestly, not a bad idea considering that black is the one down in the match and needs to do something.
I don't know. I think
Okay, although
I think
do,
Michael should be pretty happy here.
yeah, although I do dislike the fact that white had to spend 2 moves on just what
Yeah,
one
playing
move.
bishop e2. So we have like identical position, except it's black's turn. So black should. Oh yeah. Well, also black has c5 then, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit more
Uh.
space.
Okay.
This looks okay. Like takes and knight c4 maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it's just me. I think I probably prefer f4 first before taking, but I
Okay.
guess this also
F4.
at least like f4 is like this. So there's no like.
Oh, you're afraid that maybe you just lose a pawn here.
Yeah, I don't want to have to like calculate like, oh, do I lose the pawn at the end if I move my knight away or something?
Yeah. Or if I move like b5 induces some trades that I want. Okay. But anyway, he took on e5. And now, oh, he took there. Okay, I
Uh,
wasn't.
uh,
You can answer knight f3 check too,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
That's a little bit ugly, I thought. I
I mean,
should be very happy. I would do it. You don't want to let the pawn e5, I think. And then he has like ideas of dropping piece on d6.
okay.
Knight f3 looks very nice. Okay,
I mean, if knight f3, probably pawn takes, queen takes, knight, and then just probably f4. I think.
okay. I guess you could play it that way. So yeah, this looks very, very, very equal. All he needs to do is play pawn c4 and we have complete symmetry soon.
Mhm.
I think you want to be pressing for wins at every point you can. It's maybe he has confidence that he'll like Michael's made a few mistakes and gotten into some time trouble, so he might feel like Alan might feel confident going for the 1-1, but I guess we'll see. It's been a fairly balanced match, and I don't think that will change much in the bullet.
See. Yeah.
King of Fate's slightly mysterious. I thought you would just like double on. You just play like Rook d7 and Queen d8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess like it can't hurt just put the king in the center after you get rid of the heavies.
Yeah, yes. I mean, there's only one open file at the moment, so
Yeah.
no entry points really. So.
Maybe it might be nice for white to just like massage the time, I guess. A little bit because I mean nothing's really gonna happen unless someone just like allows like rook d7.
You can always do that later, I think. Like you can get a drawn position and then you burn some time. You might need it if it somehow gets complicated, which clearly this won't. So now we can burn it another however long he wants to burn.
Yeah.
This will most assuredly be a draw.
Probably just put the bishop on b7 and just go back to b7 c6 and just be aware of any if white tries to do any like funny bishop a5 stuff if it sees the pre moves. Okay, king c6.
Yeah, that looks fine. I think any normal move is fine.
Yeah, I just tried. Okay, if white played white couldn't play c4. I thought if c4 was available, if they had c4, then you might have to like take on d4, but luckily there was none. Okay.
Well, actually, here it might be e5's a bit loose. So now
Yeah.
maybe black can play for like bishop. Black can play for c4 and takes on e5 at the right moment.
It's going for this version to try to win a That one pawn.
This will at least burn a lot of time from the clock. Yeah, this is definitely not 100. Well, not 100% a draw anymore.
But yeah, I think if like seeing you're gone, then yeah, it's probably about drawing. Okay.
Yeah, White's last few move. Okay, letting yourself have the option of bishop e2 is a little bit strange for me. Like I just want to play, I just move my bishop away and threaten c4. But now, whoa, this is very strange. Play like bishop f1 and c4, and then you take on e5. He just wants to keep on threatening a2, I guess. I guess if you ever play c4, there's always bishop d6. So I guess, yeah, this is just a draw at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no entry points whatsoever. And Alan correctly gets his bishop to d6, in my opinion. There's no way for the black king to get in to, like, to the king side, as far as I can see.
Though, yeah. Though I do think maybe a3 would probably be a little bit easier. Hold the draw, I guess.
Well,
Instead of lost.
I think like everything is fine. Do I have king c4 here?
Oh yeah, I mean, after
I guess we don't.
I mean,
It doesn't
Prussia,
really
Prussia.
okay.
Let's see.
So yeah, this is gonna burn a lot of time.
How much time do we have? We have just under 10 minutes left.
Okay, this will not take 10 minutes, thankfully.
Okay, when's the last? Oh wait, when was the last capture? Okay, 55. Okay, if we're gonna get the 50 move rule, so be it, I guess. Or I prefer threefold, but
I mean, White can start the process by playing c3 again, but I think that would be fairly weakening. I don't think you touch any of the like you just be content with the draw.
oh wait, does that? Oh, okay, let's say that pawn was about to be lost.
Yeah, there's really literally nothing for either side. I don't think White should touch any pawns anymore. I mean, he could play c3, but then that allows like potentially some king into to d3. And if anybody wants to try anything, it would actually be black with c4, but you just exchange pawns. Should just be a draw. Both sides are fairly low on time, but surprised we actually haven't had a threefold repetition yet with black being in the same vicinity for a while.
Yeah, although I guess at this point maybe
It's going to be very close to 50 moves now.
Yeah, just need like another 5 moves or so, 4 or 5.
Okay, 104 moves we've got. It's a pretty long game.
Yeah, 55 was the last. Okay, just black has to play 1 move and claim 50 move rule at this point.
Oh, does that need to be claimed?
Yes, it does.
It's automatic.
Unfortunately, it does.
I thought chess.com it was automatic, or is there like a setting to?
I think you just have. I'm not sure if there's a setting. I just know if you click the draw, then it's all. Oh, come on.
He played g4. That's very clever, actually.
Luckily, at least he can afford the pawn. Though now we just throw out the 50 move rule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will be. Okay, so they actually drew by repetition.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Although I feel like honestly, just take the 50 move rule. Don't even try anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm a little bit surprised we didn't see this earlier. Maybe wanted to hold it for the end of the match, but yeah, Michael's been playing 1c4 for quite a while now, and with quite good results too.
Is there knight g5?
That's what I was thinking too. Knight g5, I think you're just a bit better for sure.
Yeah, definitely a slight pull, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Always bring the knight back to e4. You play rook b1, if b6. Probably have a lot of options. Okay, starts with b1, queen c, knight e4. Now how to proceed? Do you play like, oh, just takes on d6 and bishop a3. Okay, so you just create a target one after. I like that transition.
Okay, maybe just okay.
And now I can maybe play d4. You're just gonna develop this queen somewhere. For some reason, d4 speaks to me. Maybe there's some knight a5, knight c4. I thought d4, there's takes on e5, like c4. Okay.
I don't know about that. I feel like just 94 will probably might have solved a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I understand you're fixing a backwards pawn, but yeah, the c4 pawn's a little bit exposed, and I can't play d4 so easy.
Yeah.
I guess he likes having this very nice pawn chain from e2 to c4, but you're not going to keep it fixed forever.
Okay, queen a4, yeah, d5, yeah.
Yeah, d5 and yeah, black is maybe
Equalized.
Yeah, equalized. Yeah, d3 is also weak, so
yeah,
it could flip. You just trade everything, go rook to c1, but then you can take on d3. Yeah, I guess you take on d5, play bishop e4. But then you can take on a2. So yeah, I guess this is why Michael's thinking quite a bit here, because he doesn't see a very convenient way. c5, you don't want to do that to your bishop.
Oh no. I was thinking at least take it there and figure out something.
Yeah, exactly.
This seems very.
So you can even play like queen c2 or something and keep the queen pinned. Yeah, I mean, you have a weakness on d3, but you have good pieces. But yeah, now you're making your bishop quite bad. I guess there's no real obvious way forward for black. d4.
Maybe the idea of bishop d5 potentially.
Yeah. Well, you're just starting to take on e3 and take on d3.
Oh yeah, there's also that.
Yeah, and also you're trying to take on a2 as well.
Oh yeah.
So this is not very nice for white. I think you just gotta bite the bullet. You just take on d4 or something.
Or honestly, maybe yeah.
Take on d4, go bishop d2.
Okay.
On c2, that makes some sense.
Yeah, that might be the more. That's probably the better approach. I was for some reason I was thinking bishop takes c6 and just go for the opposite of bishops or something.
But your king is so weak. You don't really want to do that. I think practically speaking, you can always get mated.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They don't have to take it back at the queen. They can pick it up the pawn. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be.
Yeah, it's very nice to be able to improve pieces with tempo. Queen a5 is a good move. Okay, so now there's options taking on e3 and d3, I think. Oh no, there isn't actually, because you have to watch out for bishop c6 and queen b8 at the right moment.
After queen a5 was now taking, I guess.
Well, now you have to consider moves like bishop c6. Okay, so that makes sense. E4. I don't like E4. I don't know what you're supposed to do. So okay, Michael's at least trying to get some space.
F6 probably.
Yeah, F6.
And you honestly.
Queen C3. That's a very strange one. Okay, so I kind of see the point. If you trade,
but I feel like
but he's never gonna trade.
I feel like now F6 makes more sense. So at least you could hide back on F7. Now you have to like block your rooks for a little bit.
Yeah, there aren't any open files for black, and to do so, to open up a file, generally means to weaken your position. Rook d1 is a little bit off, but you're just overprotecting the pawns. So.
Okay. Okay, I see the idea. Though I feel like maybe
clever. Like if you take on b6, then he takes back to the rook, and if you take on c3, that would open up all of black's pieces. So I think here you have to play with the queen c1. Okay, b4.
Wait, is there just like trade on beef? Yeah, yeah. I was thinking like something like
Yeah,
this.
this is a simple approach to
Or
some
maybe,
sites.
or maybe honestly, even just like uh, after the trading queens, trading the knight for bishop, and then a5 maybe.
Yeah,
Because
maybe. Um,
then you
yeah,
could play like bishop d7, rook dc8, and then you still have to do the 2-on-1 on
Michael's
a.
just been blundering way too much with no time. Yeah, 1.6 seconds is too late. Yeah, he was going to trade down, take on a4.
This is a nice version. Okay.
Yeah, could be enough. I don't see exactly how to push. You can even take on a4. That would be a winning opposite card bishop ending, but there's no need to do that.
Okay, honestly, I feel like maybe just king f8 was probably the simplest.
Okay, I like the way that Alan played this. He just took on. He managed to find a way to take on d3 with the bishop. He's up a million pawns. Okay.
See, and they just have 45 seconds, so they
45 seconds. So this will be the last game of the 3-1.
Yep.
And, Alan has a 2-point lead at the moment.
Okay, we're back. Okay, we're in the traditional QGD.
Yeah, I'm sure Michael has quite a bit of experience here.
Yeah.
And Michael's playing quite a bit faster this game, which is good news, even though his position. I don't know how to evaluate this. It looks fine. He's good squares for his pieces. He's e5 could become a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, black has squares too. I like this for black. One for both sides.
94 probably, I guess.
Knight e4. Can he take on d4 and then put something on c5?
If there is, they would have to they would have to force some trades, but okay,
That's what happened.
Maybe not this version. Maybe just rook c8.
Yeah, you could have played it a bit more patiently. I sort of agree. The knight from e4, I guess, wasn't making any amazing threats.
Yeah, it's more just like defensive and threatening 96 if the bishop on e7 ever moved, which it probably wouldn't have it unless someone sacked a piece or something.
Are there any tactics here involving like picks on e4 and like knight c3 or something like that?
I
don't know.
I wouldn't.
Okay, but yeah, black is doing very nicely here. Queen g4, I guess.
Yeah, queen g4.
h6, you play just king h8 just to get out of nonsense. Yeah, bishop h6 is coming. I guess king h8, you go queen h5, and there's some knight g5 stuff, actually.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to dislike white's a4, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
I get it. Yeah, I get the idea, but I feel like
it's b5, but
I feel like you don't have to worry about b5 really, unless there's nothing, unless it's something more than just kicking a bishop, I guess.
I do like black's bishops here, but bishop, that's a very strange move.
Thinking maybe
just double on the d file here, I suppose, if you want to keep it very simple.
I was thinking that, or like instead of bishop f4, just bishop e4 probably.
Yeah, it's trading off the best piece. That definitely feels like a more okay, but then your remaining piece is quite bad. I think bishop f4 does make sense. Okay, so he just wants to win a pawn.
But I mean, there's always the opposite color bishop thing, so
yeah, pawn's a pawn.
Wait.
95 followed by so 95, queen g3 f6?
No, 95 queen e4, right?
Oh god, yeah, that just wins. Okay, so you definitely can do that. Just play like rook d8 or something. I don't know. I guess you don't want to blunder a6 too. Okay, so you bring this out rook to d8.
Honestly, just trade bishop for knight. Relieve the pressure.
But then you're left with a bad piece. Like the piece on f4 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I would kind of delay that to the last possible moment. That knight's not really going anywhere. And if he takes on e5, we have those tricks that you mentioned, like queen e4.
Okay. Or
yeah, Okay, white was threatening b4, so he moved the queen out of the way.
Okay, yeah, I like bishop. I'm fine with bishop h3. Cover f2, cover e5.
Yeah. So his black's just going to play a5 himself, anchor down the bishop, and double rooks, maybe.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe queen g5 is coming as well. So what does white do? They play like bishop e4. Bishop on g3 is not a great piece. I don't
Yeah.
like it. It's going to be. I would prefer black for sure.
Yeah, bishop e4.
I'll just rook c8.
Honestly, I don't know.
How
If,
do
if, if there was no increment, I would just trade it all the rooks off the board. But since there's increment, probably maybe not.
c6? What does that do? Okay, so we just make a left. We play like h6 or something. Maybe h5 because c6 is hanging. That's kind of deep. Queen g5.
Okay, this is a bit more direct.
The 5 pawn
Uh,
potentially.
I don't know about this. Is it,
Is there a back rank issue? I don't really see. Yeah, h5 is good. Now you can't even play h3. Oh yeah, that's h5 is very strong. If you play h3, you take on g3. I think it takes on c5 is sometimes going to be. I don't think that's going to work because there's too many loose things for. I
think h4 is probably forced, right?
Yeah, this will be the last game of the 3 minute.
I don't know about this version. This seems much worse. Rook e1 is probably forced, or like.
Rook e1, you play h4.
Actually, wait, no, f4. No, you can't. You can't even play f4. Oh, that's
No, there's no move here. I think you have to like give up the full piece.
Or mate.
Yeah. And that will be gonna have a 1-point match going into the 1-1.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like with the mass, at least I know White's at least aware of the clock situation, but I feel like they should just trade off some stuff and just gone for the like a
Yeah, trying to make like in the end game, he's been holding a lot of positions where he's been slightly worse. And
yeah, I don't know about bishops. Yeah, I feel bishop 6 was a bit exotic.
yeah. He didn't feel comfortable playing the position with the bishop on g3, so I guess just don't leave yourself with bad pieces and blitz.
Yeah, or at least I feel like he had to trade off like one set of rooks first before he could do that.
Yeah, possibly. Okay. Okay. The players, they're going to be on a 5-minute break, and so we're going to take a few minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, I guess we're on. So there's going to be the 1-1 section for 15 minutes. And have the players started yet? Or they're starting in a few
Yes,
seconds?
and we're following the same knight over 3 that we saw earlier. 95, queen f4, take the pawn.
Oh, they copied this line.
Okay, actually, I should probably go look if it's. I know I've seen it before. So I was looking at one of my friends like night off games.
Yeah, this would be very funny if they prepared like, okay, bishop g2. It's just over, right? Winning the rook in the corner. So, shocking mistake.
I don't think Alan probably Ripper. I think except maybe his repertoire and just make sure he knew his stuff. I guess.
Right.
But,
Yeah, you just take an a8. It's a free rook.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's 1-1, but you don't need to make 20 moves in 5 seconds. Both players played very fast. Interesting.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. I don't know. 96 was really necessary, to be honest.
Yeah. When you have your pieces on good squares, I don't know why people.
Yeah.
Your knight's perfect on e5. Why would you ever move it? Oh, you really wanted the e4 pawn, I guess, but yeah, that was a little bit too greedy.
Yeah. Okay. It was a nice simplification thing. 96.
Yeah, 96 is very nice. That was the. Oh, you just look up. Don't hang
It's not. It's
not A. Don't hang A2. No need to hang A2.
Yeah, I mean,
you can take on E8 anyway, but
yeah.
Why make it hard?
I mean, you can just run on the dark squares. You only have white square bishop anyways, and a queen.
Yeah, that's true. There's
probably just queen e3 is the safest.
Queen e3 is nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. And bishop b3. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah. That works better.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about that check. That check. I feel like queen f2 check might be a little better than queen f4. Honestly,
it looks pretty. But he's just going back to c1 now.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Now resignation. We haven't seen. Oh, okay, we gotta resign. A new game. So tied match. Actually, Michael has a higher bullet rating. I'm a little bit surprised. He's under time trouble, but yeah, time trouble and being good at quicker time controls isn't exactly the same thing. So we got another Collegiate type system. This time we had to play f4 to stabilize the knight. If he takes on e5, which I expect, we're going to have a very equalish position. I don't really have much experience in this sort of position, but in terms of entry points, both sides don't have very much. There's only one open file again. So if all the heavy pieces come off, there isn't much to attack anything with, and it'll be hard to make any progress. You can just keep the tension here on the d file and ask what either side's going to do. I think you just gain a little bit of space with pawns.
Oh, or just trade off it.
Okay, you could just trade off the rooks too, and it's 2A.
Yeah, probably just play g3, I think, maybe. Or yeah, maybe. Gotta be a little careful about the e4 pawn, but.
Black is just losing now, right? You're just gonna surround and win the e4 pawn. Why would he trade the dark squared bishops?
Yeah, play g3, c4, bishop d1, c2, and then
yeah. I like your plan. That looks fantastic. Yeah, I mean, black can play f5, but you want passant.
Or honestly, even forget about g3, g4.
G4. So if he plays f5, which he will.
Yeah, and then just like, and if okay, this also works.
Bishop c4. So he's just gonna play bishop h3, bishop g2.
I think try. I feel like why has to play h4 or something? Okay.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned about g5.
Okay.
Maybe you can just take and no, actually don't take. Just play. Actually, then you have king f5.
Okay, I mean this still works out. You still have a 3-on-2 anyways. Just take on g5. Don't even take on e5.
Right. Yeah, if you take on e5, I think you can always play for h4.
Okay, this also works. Yeah.
Oh, well,
this
well,
is
G4 definitely doesn't. Oh, yeah. Here,
okay. I don't know about this version. I feel like just keep play H4 and then you just like have two targets instead of one. But I mean, I guess it's still winning. It just might be a little bit. This
this is winning.
I don't like this.
Like the E-pawn is pretty good now.
Yeah,
That was a great save. Yeah,
yeah,
that's gonna be a draw, I think.
yeah. I feel like maybe White should not have spent any time on King E3. Honestly, just play C4.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just have to see that Black can't really break through, and just like don't even do anything. Or even just like how to play H4 and just like White has the Black has nothing.
It's gaining a lot of space here. Wait, we can play Bishop C6 now.
Okay.
Okay, so you brought the bishop to B5. Yeah, White is actually gaining a ton of time. It looks like we'll just have a draw. That was a...
I mean, there's always the random
yeah.
sublets that come
Yeah,
in.
there. Yeah, and if you make a move a little bit too quickly, yeah, you're only getting 1 second to move too, right? Like if you're just saying the E5 pawn. Oh my gosh, wait.
Oh, take on B5. Take on B5. Just do it. What?
Take on B5. Yeah, that would have been winning pawn.
Yeah, you have a seesaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, pretty amazing.
Okay.
This is just a draw now.
King A1, please. Literally, just King A1. Put the bishop on the A4 E8 diagonal.
Yeah, we've had a lot of very long games in this match.
Yeah.
In terms of time and games.
Also, I did actually check the castle line. I think that might actually be the line that Anish recommends.
Anish scary?
I believe so, and I mean it also scores pretty well in practice and correspondence.
Okay, that was his backup line. I recall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he recommends 2 lines in his book, and I think that is one of them. I think you're right.
Yeah, at least on chess base and correspondence, like both of them were like White only scored like about 55%.
It's crazy that they're playing this like
55%.
Knight G6 is so weird.
I think also I think there might have been something similar, like it was like a game with a similar line, but like Mac deviated against it, deviated from like the correspondence line versus Gersh a few years ago.
Yeah, Daniel Gersh is also a PA player. He goes to Penn State. Is he not playing in this event?
No, I believe he's currently studying abroad in Europe. So,
he's studying abroad in Europe. Oh yeah, someone told me that. I think yeah.
Gracie did play in an earlier match though.
She did, yeah.
Unfortunately, she didn't have a great time. But...
yeah, she was maybe a little bit rusty and maybe not a speech specialist, but yeah, it's great that she's still playing.
I think actually she played Alan, if I'm not mistaken. I think she actually played Alan.
Oh, okay, yeah. Very cool. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay. So in this position here, I'm wondering if White will take on... yeah, Mike doesn't like dealing with knights that are in his position, I think.
Okay, how are you?
Quite weak. I think
that
was a good trade for White. Like I didn't like that trade. I think you should just gotten back to do like E6 or something. I guess he maybe didn't want to drop D6, but G5 was loose. So.
I feel like black. Okay, guess that works. Question mark.
Oh, you just trade and you take on A6. Take on A6.
Something else doesn't look right.
You take on A6 though, and you're just going to be with a rook.
Yeah, that's.
B7 first.
No. Oh no.
Because now you're just giving the now the king can come up to G6.
Yeah, just had to play A5. And you're holding.
Okay, but this is still very nice for White.
Yeah.
You're eventually gonna play for A3.
Or honestly, you can probably just win like B4, or at least like you can put some pressure.
Yeah, now I can play for C3 if you're White. But now rook C7 maybe. Ah, that was a very nice move. Rook B5, and now G5 is loose, and suddenly, okay, rook D6. Rook C5. Yeah,
okay, that's gonna be rough.
Now it's anybody's game. Yeah, just give up G5 and start punting.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. We have a 2-2. Okay. Yeah. H4. Oh, I think practically I like black.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, man. Oh.
It's got a little bit messy. B4 was a nice find, which I think black missed. Oh no, he actually flagged. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Mike's actually up again. We've actually seen this, and I remember even on the main. So the higher rated player on paper has done, even though maybe not so confident in the bullet, he is actually performing pretty well.
We have about 4.5 minutes left.
Oh, that's it. Okay, 4.5 minutes left. Okay, so time for like 2 or 3 more games. Maybe only 2 games.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3.
Okay.
So I think if Michael gets at least like 8, I think he should be safe.
Yeah, but Alan's playing a very nice match here. I mean, he's been ahead for most of the match. I think actually this is Michael's first lead. I'm pretty sure. He has a very solid position at the moment. Black does have some weaknesses that he can attack here on A4 and C2. And the knights are looking fairly solid. E4 is a knight C3. Rook C8. Or rook D8 here. Okay, so he starts rook C8. Both players are doing a pretty good job of
do you sack the queen for the pieces, I guess? Or maybe not.
You just take on E4.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do we just take a bishop C3 or something? Or okay, even that.
That would simplify the position quite a bit. Oh, just take on F6. Oh, he blundered that. Take on H6.
No, okay. Probably knight takes C4, maybe.
Yeah, I mean you have to try it. I think.
Okay. There's still queen takes C2.
Yeah, queen takes C2. You're hitting F2, and you're turning. Yeah, you're just hitting F2. Just take on C2.
Okay.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay, rook F1. Yeah, rook F1's probably forced. Yeah, the rook on A1's not doing anything anyways. Oh no, that's a mate. That's a mate.
Yeah, just made him 2. Queen F2, Queen F1. What is he thinking about? Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he got a little fan.
Oh no.
What are we watching here? Okay, he finds it the second time. That's really incredible by both players.
I want the engine swung to like +3 after rook E1.
I don't know what the move would have been in that case. I don't know. All right, so Michael's up by 2, so
we have 2 minutes left. So
Alan needs to win both games there. Although he has
Alan needs to find something quick, a quick win, and then win it again afterwards.
How much time is remaining?
We have about just under a minute 40.
A minute 40. Yeah, he has to win very fast.
Okay. And from the looks of it, this is probably okay. He's getting something. He's getting something. He was definitely slightly worse earlier. Okay. Oh! I don't know about this.
Yeah, this is not looking good for him.
Definitely not. Yeah, Michael can just burn the clock at this point.
Yeah.
Just even if
this match. Oh, it was a very, very tight match.
Yes, it spiraled at the end.
Mm-hmm. So a very nice performance by Alan. He showed us some very nice end games. So we had some very long games there. Okay, so we have some 93 tricks to the bishop.
Wait, okay.
But he doesn't have enough time anyway, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, how much time? We have 20 seconds left.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not. That's a night. Oh, never mind. I mean, I guess.
Oh,
Whoa,
that's
that's rough, but it doesn't matter. A little.
He doesn't resign too soon.
He could resign. The clock's done.
Oh, the clock's out. Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't
Nice
matter.
comeback by
Allen.
Allen, yeah. He won another rook.
Yeah, but at least I guess Justin has his work cut out for him.
Oh, is that he's gonna play Michael next match?
Yeah, in the semis, yes.
Okay, in the semis. Okay. Well, congratulations to both players for a very interesting match, and yeah.
And definitely the closest we've seen, at least in the quarterfinals.
Oh, in the quarterfinals. Okay. I mean, you don't get much closer than 1 point, so.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think the first round there was like an overtime between I think Ethan and Ethan Gu, who's on the chat, and then James Rhodes from Shippensburg. Somehow James came back from a 4-point deficit, but then lost in overtime, I think.
Okay. So we're not live now, right? It's on a break or? Oh.
Okay, going live now. Okay, welcome back to the stream. We're back. We're live again. We have the winner of the match, Michael Romero, just above me here, and we have Alan to my left. And well, firstly, I just want to say that was a really, really exciting match. I think that was probably the closest match we've ever had throughout. I mean, we've seen some comebacks throughout the PA Collegiate Speech Test Championship, but this one was a nail biter all throughout. There's a lot of really great moments. I guess, Alan, I want to ask you first about your feelings. You're up 2 from the start, and you had a lead in that 3+1. Can you tell me the journey of how you're feeling throughout the entire match?
Yeah. I mean, like, to be honest, I never really played any long form matches like this. So I think like Michael was very good at kind of keeping up the pressure throughout the whole match, which was, very hard to play against. So I don't know. I think I just like managed to win some games, but then he managed to come back. So yeah, pretty standard.
Yeah, Michael, any thoughts from you? Any initial thoughts?
Yeah, well, I was very nervous at the match. I didn't have a good start. I thought Alan plays really fast and he plays really well at the same time. Like he found all these tactics, especially in that I think in the second game of the match. Like I just got destroyed on the queen side there. So I was like, oh, this isn't going well. I got a little lucky, I guess. In some moments, that one game that he flagged, he probably should have won that game. But yeah, I don't know. Alan played super well. I was super scared. I thought I was gonna lose on that several points. So it was an interesting match.
Yeah, and I guess I'll turn it to the two commentators, Jeffrey and Matthew. Like, how do you guys? Any moments you guys want to highlight, or anything at all you guys want to say?
This Najdorf line, this Bishop G5 line, you guys played like 15, 20 moves very quickly, a few points in the bullet. Was this preparation for you guys, or was this like you just like the positions you had?
I mean, honestly, I think like I can't lie. I think Bishop G5 is like my least favorite line to play against, so I wasn't very happy that he like kept playing it. but I just have like one kind of opening line I know, and so I just like stick with that. But if he played something else, it would probably be a lot easier for me. But props to him.
Yeah, I have played this bishop d5 thing very occasionally. I usually don't play d4. I actually usually play bishop d5 check. So I don't usually get the open Najdorf that much. But for this match, I noticed that Alan played the Najdorf, and so I just looked at it a little bit. The first game, I think he didn't play the exact same line where you go f5 and you stack the g pawn. It was something different. I wasn't familiar with it. But after that, we kept repeating this line where you stack the g pawn. Although Alan never took it, so it doesn't really matter. But I think I had a good position one time, and then after that, Alan just like completely destroyed me. So during the break from the 3-minute to the volley, I actually looked at the line again. After 95, that's why I played Queen f4 the next 2 games. So it was a little bit of prep, I guess. But
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I noticed in that the first game of the Najdorf, I think we noticed that the difference between that game and later games was that b5 was played before knight bd7 was like probably the slight difference, which I don't know. I feel like Matt and I both realized there was probably something wrong, but we didn't know what the exact thing. I know Ethan in the chat was mentioning like probably e5 and then maybe some queen g3 stuff if bishop b7, but honestly we weren't sure.
yeah, honestly, I was kind of just like on autopilot. I didn't even notice that like there was a huge difference. But then I was like, wait, this isn't exactly the same. So thankfully that was the 5-minute portion, I think. So I had a lot more time to figure things out. But
there were some interesting end games, of course, but yeah, very nice match, guys. It was fun to follow and to commentate. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Like Alan winning the first 2 games, and then also like in the 3+1 gaining the lead back again. I was like, oh man. I also had no idea how the bullet portion was gonna go. Like, but it turned out well for you, Michael, in the end. But yeah, really great match. So
yeah, I know we had that one opposite color bishop endgame that lasted like
oh my
maybe
gosh.
or whatever. I wanted to offer a draw, but I don't think Alan would have accepted it too. Okay, I'm also super low in time, so I don't really have that much time to offer a draw. But
I mean, maybe you could probably get away with it after like move 105 or so because there was a 50 move rule, but like
yeah, that was crazy. And then you sacked the G pawn to keep the game going for another 50 moves.
Oh yeah, I was hoping you were like pre-moving, but then you managed to, yeah.
Okay. Well, great. Well, I don't want to hold anyone on for too long. Any final comments, words from any of either the commentators or the players, or I guess we can end the stream here.
Yeah, good playing.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
game. I played super well.
Okay, and yeah, and Michael, I guess you're going to be playing Justin. I guess I remembered one final thing. You're playing Justin in the semifinals now. Another UPenn player, so back-to-back UPenn players. Any initial thoughts? You just made it through this match. Is it one match at a time, or?
Yeah, one match at a time, which is kind of a good time. All the UPenn players are coming after me apparently, so got to deal with that. But Justin is extremely good at any time control. It looks like, so it's gonna be a hard match, but hopefully it's fun. You have a good time.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll call the stream here. To all the viewers out there, thanks for watching. And for the players and commentators, feel free to leave the call now or stay on as long as you want to chat about the match. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good night, guys.
All right, have a good night. Bye.